Morning, everybody. I'm playing a prank on Helen here. I was trying to propose to her to see if she would agree to marry me, but she says I'm too old. I'm too old. What did I say? Old like people? This is what happens when you're a nervous proposer. Morning, everybody. It's good to be back, and as you know, when I come back, there'll still be a bit of life and rascality in me, in spite of all the pain and things that I got. But it's nice to be back to the Daily Digest with Jimi Disu. And I thought no other better person to pair with me today than Helen Emore. Doctor, you must add that doctor. You must. It is not honorary. It was not bought. You got the degree. It is a PhD, Abby.
Yes.
You got it from which university? Let me tell them now. So
International School of Management, Paris.
Paris. ACT Lay. Anyway, morning, everybody. Today, let me tell you what we'll be doing throughout the week. Tomorrow, of course, is Diabumi, and tomorrow brings the return of the stallion. Heshin, the stallion who said, I think the stallion should be about 50 something now. I don't know, but who said that, Uncle Jimmy, if you see me, the bury me going, Heshin, me, I'm a stallion. That's how we got the name Stallion. You know Stallion now? You know Adiola Bankole. So she'll be here. On Thursday, I'm going to have Mr. Tunde Arogomati. Tunde Arogomati is a non-CB, meaning that we went to the same school, Methodist Boys High School. Up school, non-CB. Baba Karo. I'm saying hello to my classmate, Emolas. Baba. So he'll be here. And what we want to look at, Tunde is an engineer, last time I checked, but he's also a member of the, I need to get that thing right, Nigeria British
Chamber of Commerce?
Not Chamber of Commerce. The Nigeria British Association or something like that.
Oh, okay.
It's not just Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
And specifically, what we are going to look at on Thursday is the emergence of someone of Nigerian origin. Now, earlier this morning, I told that person, I don't want her to come and insult me now, that this is not a time to go and start congratulating her and saying you're proud of her. Or she's British in this regard. And she's the head of the opposition of the Conservative Party. Anybody who is the head of either the Conservative Party or the Labour Party, depending on who is in government, is a potential prime minister. Indeed, she has to form a shadow government and so on and so forth. But I think that, so Tunde and I want to examine the implications for Nigeria, if any. I'm a bit skeptical. I'm a bit skeptical, and I know why you're laughing. I'm a bit skeptical, and maybe that's where we'll take off from. And I'm a bit skeptical. I know her dad so well. Her dad was my egbon in Surulere. We used to call him Iwosan. And she went through probably almost the same, slightly different line that I also went through. You know, I'm also a dual citizen, and I could have stayed back, but I think she came home, did her secondary school here. I think she went to FGGC or something like that. But our own is easy. In-go school that we all know, so there's no worry about that. Sure, you get the joke there. And then she did primary here, she did secondary here, and went back to do uni in the UK. And since then, and she's done well. But she's been talking down her, would I call her second country, or let me just say her origins.
Yes.
It bothers me. And it bothered me, and I mentioned it this morning when Sheriff said, Helen, so I saw the video, I had said to him, I saw the video where she said that reparation is a scam. Haba! Can you say reparation is a scam? These people came, they looted us, they took only God knows how much of our population, our resources, the labor of our, they took our people as slaves, they took our artifacts, they took everything. Even if it's not, there is no amount of cash that the British government can pay in reparations that will substitute the damage that they had done to us. Don't forget that some of the jamos and whatever you see were taken from the shores of Nigeria. Some of my people in Portugal, all these places, they were taken from Nigeria. Americans did the same. And so for somebody of Nigerian origin to use the word that it is a hoax is a terrible mindset for me, for Nigeria. In fact, I'm inclined to believe that her selling point is that we can use this person to deal with people of her color. And so I'm going to discuss with Arogumati on Thursday, but I'm also going to ask Helen, because I can see you shaking your head. You look a bit worried.
I mean, the woman, for me, as someone who also studied in the UK, I understand the politics. She's there because the Conservatives are not going to win any election in the next 2 or 3 election cycles. So for me,
that is a given.
She's a placeholder. If you look at the current configuration of the House, I think the Conservatives have over 500 seats, while the Labour Party has over 500 seats. I don't know the exact figure because I just wasn't interested.
Yes.
But Kemi Badenoch, I'm very disappointed in her. And I had this conversation on 2 platforms that there's nothing to celebrate about her emergence. She rode on the wave of popularism, right? Far right popularism, saying get rid of the immigrants, the black people are not. She just constantly talks down on Nigeria. So what should we expect from her? For me, nothing. There is a current, fortunately, I'm very interested in the current wave of migration issues across the world. Canada, America,
yes.
The entire Europe is now controlling their borders, whereas they weren't doing it last year. Now they are controlling borders because of immigrants. So for Kemi Badenoch, she's just a placeholder to talk down on her own people, so they don't have to say it's a racist issue. After all, she's a woman of color.
Of color, yes.
Giving her platform, she's potential prime minister, or she's shadow prime minister, which she will never be prime minister. I mean, I could almost place a bet that she will not, because she's just going to talk now and pander to the whims of the far right. She's supposed to be like someone who pushes off people like Nigel Farage.
Yeah.
You know, so if Nigel Farage is talking, Kemi Badenoch is talking, I mean, they're both saying the same thing, just like one a black woman, one now Igbo. You know, so there's nothing to celebrate about her emergence. I'm not proud of her. She constantly denigrates Nigeria, and I wonder why.
Time.
For someone, when I heard you talking about her this morning, I said, no wonder they get an Uncle Jimmy family, they get bad mouths, you know.
My lawyers will get.
Which lawyer? You know,
I have lawyers.
I said, no wonder they get an Uncle Jimmy family.
Let me call. I'm going to call Mr. Candy Johnson.
Like he won't answer you. He won't answer you when you know.
I'll leave me down on it.
Yeah, when he die long. So I mean, it's
but
so
you see, it is sad. Her dad was a very good Egbon, even though, and he was a very strong Yoruba, and that was our point of disagreement. Because the last discussion I had with him before he fell ill was he wanted me to join one of these Yoruba, I've forgotten which one it was, these Yoruba groups pushing for Yoruba presidency and so on and so forth. And I remember telling him, sitting with him for 1.5 hours, telling him that the Yorubas need to correct themselves internally, that there are a lot more problems. And I remember telling him that, okay, so at that time, Lagos is slightly better now. I like to be fair. At that time, things were very bad. And I said to him, the people running the states, they're Lagosians. They're not Lagosians. They are Yoruba people. The person holding who has strangulating us in Yoruba land is a Yoruba man. And that therefore, there's a need for him and his various groups to change the narrative in Yoruba land itself that is internal. I know you don't want to talk about politics, but we just drifted there. So her dad, yes, and he was very strong. I think he was also extremely strong in Nadeko.
Okay.
Yes. Dr. Adegoke, he has a clinic, he was on had a clinic in Sule, and his younger brother is a dentist, very good friend of mine. But every time I see that one, I run because that's just a joke I crack with him. But I think that her dad definitely wouldn't have supported. Whether he would be in a position to have corrected it, I honestly don't know. What it says to me is that, it's part of what I'm going to also now discuss with Tunde, is that what it says to me is that for those of you who keep throwing your kids abroad at a very early age, there could be a price to pay for it.
Yeah. True.
You know, and that you must be ready. That price could also consume you.
Mm-hmm.
Because this lady is she's so vehement.
But do you think she means those things she says?
I think she does.
Really?
Oh, definitely.
For a person with black past me.
Yes. It's
God.
it's unfortunate. I wish we were having this discussion privately. Because what she did now opened up my own eyes to a lot of things that I had seen. There are some people who get into this. Look, there are some people, even, for example, in Lagos here, running around with Yoruba names, Femi, this one, Tuji, but they're not. And they now tend to be. There is something where sometimes you find, I don't want to use the word mental, but it's a personality trait where you feel you owe loyalty to the people that you're staying with.
I feel it's the way I see it, as someone who's lived up in the UK in particular.
Yes.
The way I see it is, one, it stems from inferiority complex of sorts.
You think so?
For me, that's why I say the way I'm qualifying it.
That the way you see it.
I see it, that's from my own lens. Is that you are in Nigeria, okay, you go to the UK and you feel the UK is the be all and end all.
Because you're a citizen.
Because you are there and then you are now a citizen. Which citizen are you? Kemi Badenoch, I hope she knows that I hear there's a law in the UK that if you commit an offense, they can deport you to your country of origin, whether you have a British passport or not.
No, that's not what it is. If at the time you commit an offense in a Nigerian jurisdiction,
yes,
then you can't apply your British citizenship. That's what it means. She is British, period.
Okay.
And she has all the privileges of being British.
I won't debate it, but I'm going to research this further because I'll tell you, I got this from someone I know very well who naturalized in the UK.
She was born there.
No, wait now.
They're two different things.
Make I explain the one where I hear. Now make me say I don't know I'm finished. But just to say that, you see, once you have their European or British passport, it doesn't make you superior to us.
No, it doesn't.
We're all the same human beings.
It doesn't.
Just because you are there does not mean that Nigeria is the worst place on earth to live.
No, it doesn't.
So I don't know. When I hear, for me, I was so disappointed when she emerged winner. It'd be like, how for do now she take win, safe to say in Nigeria they do that election. Somebody like Kemi no go win that election, but that's a story for another day.
Why won't she win?
Add it to your story of another day.
That you want to do on April 9th.
Add them for there. We'll go talk am that time because she for not win.
That means you want to join. You see women.
I don't want to join. I'm telling Kilo Sheriff to put it in the Nigerian Sheriff won't do Agbada now. Okay. I heard you. Is it not you and Sheriff that want to wear Agbada?
Excuse me.
Oh, you see now.
Well,
Bring
okay.
money that's coming.
Yes. Excuse me.
You see.
All right. But it's all said and done. I find it irritable. I find it very disappointing.
Yeah.
Because to be honest with you, when she was making waves politically, I didn't see that side. I was blindsided. But when it now emerged, I first of all got worried when she was making a presentation to the party, talking about her origins, how she grew up, and the problems she faced in Nigeria. I was wondering
which problem?
Which problem?
I mean, this is our Nigeria.
This is our Nigeria.
It's people like, I'm sorry, just to say something. I went to school briefly in Carlisle. Carlisle is a border between the England and Scotland. And I remember then that people will look at me. I used to work at Tesco, checkouts.
Yes.
And they will look at me and say, oh, you speak good English. And I'll say, excuse me? I've spoken English all my life. And they'll be like, oh, really? You're educated. I'm like, what do you think of us? What did they tell you now? Say what they do for Nigeria?
No, I'm a Kalakuta boy. I'm a Kalakuta boy, and there's a rebel part of me that says, if I don't speak English, so what?
I don't know don't understand.
So what?
So you speak good English.
And the part that embarrasses me the most is when Nigerians try to speak English with an English accent.
How you
It's
doing?
the most- When I speak, I want people to know that I'm an African.
I tell you.
Do you get what I'm saying? When you find people, some Nigerians wanting to speak, they are here too. In fact, there's one. The man is elderly, so let me leave him alone. But when he's speaking, he looks as if he's forcing himself. Kilo day. My hero, for example, is Nelson Mandela. He speaks with the South African accent. Anybody will not like him, may go die.
Even Europeans speak with their accent.
They speak with their accent.
I listen to them. They speak with very strong accents.
Yes.
And no apologies for it. So why would you, when they say hi, what's me that your age you do now? There's nothing wrong with it because that's how your mother tongue is.
My mother tongue don't be like that.
Wait, you don't join your sister now. Okay. Let's continue.
I don't say that one. I've told you if you marry me now, we'll both be British.
Hey, I'm proudly Nigerian. Haven't you seen me celebrating Nigeria?
Come and enjoy life.
Yeah, I'm okay, yeah.
You're not okay.
I'm very okay.
But I'm colorful.
Color.
Grey.
I don't like grey. You can make it
we are online. Our lines are open. 020127709993. Female line is 0201465790. I wanted to start this new dispensation on a happy note. Ellen, do you believe that next month is Christmas?
I'm so happy.
What has happened?
I'm so happy.
But it's been so fast.
I mean, the 2024 went so fast.
What happened?
I guess we were all busy running helter-skelter, trying to buy fuel, trying to buy bande, trying to buy rice at 95k. So many things happened this year.
Can you give me an idea of what you think Christmas might look like this year? There'll be no Christmas.
There will be Christmas.
I mean, Christmas will come, inshallah. On 25th of December will come. But there'll be very little celebration.
There will be
if
celebration.
Any.
People are tired.
People go keep foul.
People don't tire, And you can just say, it don't get as this year be. Make we just thank God. We will celebrate.
But that's for those who have the money. People will not get the money, what they go do?
Some people they do give away for Christmas.
Not anymore.
I
remember the good old. I was telling my daughter. I remember the good old days when their mom, way back then, was an AGM, and the whole of my sitting room would be filled with hampers. And in fact, in one of the hampers, one day somebody put a Parker pen, the most expensive Parker pen, extremely expensive. It's called that pen. A sonnet. No, was it a sonnet? He has his own name. Duofold. Parker Duofold. Those were the days of Mont Blanc and so on. The Parker.
They show your ancestry publicly.
What is my ancestry there? I'm talking of what life was like then. Christmas.
Parker pen.
See Parker pen. They put.
I know they see Parker pen again.
No, nobody they use pen again now.
You still they.
Nobody uses pen again. What do you want to use pen for?
They use
to write what to who?
People see the sign now.
I'm not talking of those who have phones that have.
Show those pen where they put ink inside.
Yes. No, but this one is
I never see that type.
This one is not a pen. These are for those who use good phones and you can use to write something like this.
Uncle Jimmy want to show
He they pay you.
He pay me.
He must pay you.
He pay me. If you buy the phone, give person for Christmas now, you go talk story.
You want me to give you for Christmas?
Give me.
Surrender first. You will surrender. Let's pick that call. Hello, good morning. We have just about 2 minutes and we'll come back for the second half. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Uncle Jimmy. Good morning.
Morning, quickly. We don't have much time.
Yeah, I'm Sunday. I'm calling from Ikeja.
Yes, sir, Mr. Sunday.
Yes, Uncle Jimmy, you see, we all as Africans, we have forgotten our culture.
Yes.
And this thing is really killing us. It's killing our system.
Yes.
It's not like what my sister was saying the other time. You can't be using another person's language and believe that is your own language. It's not possible.
Yes.
You have your culture, and this thing is affecting us. So we should try as citizens. We should try and bring back our culture instead of European behavior.
I agree with you. I agree with you totally. I think I can just squeeze one more call and then we'll take a short break. When we come back, Helen and I are going to look at the social media as it is presently and issues in Nigeria. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Oni Eric Mob.
Oh, Jare, how are you?
Fine, sir.
I meet you well?
Yes, so
yes.
Thank God you didn't throw away your own time.
No, I didn't.
Uncle Jimmy, you see, what is happening now is not even happening to those who have left the shore of this nation. They want some people here. The moment they attain some certain position, you see, they try to run down every other place and every other thing that has ever happened to them. That is why somebody, the moment you become a high-ranking politician, you see people as like nothing. So it's a kind of culture of oppression and culture of low self-esteem.
Okay, we have to go. We have to go. Thank you very much.
Sir.
Thank you. We'll take a short break and we'll be right back.
.3 Nigeria Info. We'll be right back.
In the kitchen game, there are players and then Agba Ballers, MVP, Player of the Year, 10-0, no rival. Become an Agba Baller with the new improved Maggi chicken flavor, the game changer, made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric to bring out your top game in the kitchen. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, the game changer.
Any platform can help you save. But when it comes to investing, you need a partner that you can trust and is committed to helping you achieve your goals. A partner with a global footprint, diversified investment options, and great returns that help you grow. You need RiseVest. RiseVest is your partner for dollar investments like U.S. stocks, U.S. real estate, fixed income, and Naira Savings Vault. Invest with RiseVest to earn interest between 8 to 15% in dollars and up to 25% in Naira. Download the RiseVest app or visit www.risevest.com to start investing. Rise. Investments that help you grow.
You define better odd. I bet you one play cause over 1.5. I bet you one bet. Say both team no go score at all. Yeah, we get better payout. No worry, we there for you. Our odd chabura out. In our day for best baba. To feel with money, best baba. Cash out today easy or best baba. We get online games for you to play. Oh God, all I want. Yeah, we get better bonus. And me no dollar. Yeah, now bet baba day so. Cash out no sharp. Oh darling, no. Welcome to Bet Baba.
Register now on betbaba.ng. Not for people under 18.
Want constant, dependable, and most importantly, affordable power? You'll love Sun King Solar Inverters. Our 600 watts and 3.3 kilowatts solar inverters provide reliable power for your home and business, helping you save on electricity bills. The best part? Pay early and save up to 600,000 naira. Plus, with Easy Buy, you can enjoy flexible payments spread over 20 months. Isn't that interesting? Call our toll-free number 0800-786-5464. That is 0800-786-5464 to get yours or drop by any of our stores nationwide.
Sun King, power on, Niger.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste, not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
I'm in love. Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop? And is it to stop?
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
When I want the taste of Niger flavor, Zinga Suya burger. Extra spicy, extra hot, I guess. Zinga pepper burger. When I want the classic taste, Suya chicken. Plenty flavors here to choose. KFC is here for you.
Suya chicken, Zinga pepper burger. Zinga Suya burger.
Plenty flavors here to choose.
Suya chicken, Zinga pepper burger.
Go to the nearest KFC outlet and get yours today. Best enjoyed with a cold bottle of Pepsi.
Are you ready for the anticipated season? It's Lemon Friday promo. The Lemon Friday promo is here again with a juicy offer. Enjoy 40% to 45% discount on all land purchase this season from Adron Homes and Properties, and get a chance to spread your balance within 36 months to 48 months with gift items like turkey, bag of rice, chicken, big cow, gas cooker, and many more. Don't miss out on these festive treats to become a landowner with ease. Our estate locations are Lagos, Abuja, Ogun, Oyo, Osun, Ekiti, Niger, Nasarawa, and Jos. For more inquiries, please visit any of our offices or call 090-9393-4115 or 08134216595. Terms and conditions apply.
Adron Homes.
Building cities, communities, and homes.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
This is Daily Digest with Jimi Disu.
You're listening to Jimi Disu right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Just with Jimi Disu, and I still have Ellen Amore here, so we can now look at some other issues. Very quickly this morning, Ellen, we said we'll talk about the social media, but also, unfortunately, I don't think we'll have enough time, so we must agree that it's a discussion that we will definitely continue. For example, look at the amount of energy that goes into the story of somebody who there was sentenced to court to go to prison 6 months and so on and so forth. Look at the kind of energy and whatever. Even the reps had to set up some panel to look into it. Did he go to prison? Did he go? He refused to show up. Now, yesterday, the EFCC, some few days back, the EFCC wanted to get him arrested. Why they hadn't arrested him before he left, I don't know. Then he gets to the airport. You travel regularly. He goes through. I wanted to say CIA. He goes through DSS clearance, immigration clearance, and you now have to go and stop the plane. In fact, KLM should sue the EFCC because they will stop the plane, they will bring him down, then they have to go and search for his luggage to offload his luggage. You'd have delayed the flight by close to 2. What is wrong with us as a people? What's the man himself? I don't know what he goes to boast. I was on business class. When did all this? What is all this? And then, but then you see, back to what I said about the social media, our elite, and we've all gone mad.
I'm not mad though, Uncle
If it's I'm not mad now. That's why I want to marry you. That's another entirely.
You must always like this marry matter.
I must marry it so they'll get ready. Come much baby. The kind of debasement of the Nigerian values and this ego. Who don't you see? You have people who hire photographers to take them from the moment they're coming down. Obas do it. Politicians do it. Every non-entity does it. You have another set who want to gain popularity by being completely vulgar. And you see somebody you would have thought of repute. Now, repute doesn't mean that you should be rich or you should be. Repute means you're of reputation. Look at what's going on at the party level, and everybody seems to have gone mad. And I'm beginning to worry. Also politically, that in the past, when there was no social media, politics was decided virtually by those who know. That was when campaigns mattered. These days, people are taking sides on issues that they don't even know. The British suffered it during the whatever on Brexit.
Mm-hmm.
You remember? They just voted on emotions.
And they are paying for it dearly.
The same thing. Some people here voted for somebody because his name was Good Luck. And they said he will bring good luck to the country.
Uncle Jimmy,
some people voted because someone wanted Dibebere. All these my Yoruba people, Dibebere. Now they are suffering for it. Yesterday I heard Dr. Doyin Okukwe saying that people have been unfair to the president. You don't want to comment on political issues, but I will comment on that. Dr. Okukwe should be told that the president himself has not been fair to the people. And we should stop this, he said, because he will not sit as a Yoruba chief. Yoruba. What is all this Yoruba? Who is there to protect any Yoruba interest, but in their individual interests? But that is not for you. I don't want to get you involved. Me, I can face them. So back to what I'm saying, that you have a lot now going on in the social media. And I wonder, I know you have to work within that space. And I wonder if you have worries about where indeed the whole world is headed in that sense.
Sorry. Sorry.
Yes.
You should drink some water, Joe.
No, I'm fine. Are you coughing in solidarity?
Now you didn't infect
this is
now.
Love. This is love.
The thing where you do, you no go walk. Anyway, that your left pocket, everywhere you put them, you no go walk. So, for me, what I tell people is that in 1991, when I started my foray into media, there was no internet.
Yes.
We had to physically engage the services of journalists, either print, radio, or TV. And you had to sometimes facilitate such engagement.
Yeah.
And so the invention of the internet and now social media has democratized access to information dissemination. So you can be your own platform, you can be your own newspaper, you can be your own radio station, you can be your own TV station. However, the laws that govern media are still the same. It's still the same. The laws of libel, the laws of slander, the laws of indecent exposure, malicious information, all those things, all those laws are still there. So that's what people who use social media do not know. And like they say, the internet does not forget. So it is what you use it for that is now the issue, which is where you have a grouse. We have all not gone mad. It's just that we all now have unrestrained access to information. And the thing here is, sometimes when I reflect on social media and what has happened, and I remember that there was a time when it was only a few people that could read the Bible before Martin Luther translated the Bible. So sometimes people should not have access to too much information. Sometimes people should not have access to too much freedom, especially those who don't know the value or what it is used for.
Who probably don't even understand.
Yeah, they don't even understand the implication of what they were doing. I've seen some people post things and I've tell them, put that thing down. And they'll say, no. I say, look, do you know that what you are saying is by implication, you're saying you're a criminal? I once had
you are reflecting your character.
I once saw someone say, if they had printed with us, they won't have this problem during the Naira change. And I said to the person, pull that thing down now. And the person said, no, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just promoting. I say, what you are saying by implication is that you print counterfeit currencies.
You know that.
And the person said, well, really? I said, yes. How can you say if they had printed with you, do you have a license to print currencies?
You know that, unfortunately, what we have here, what the government does in the social media here is to try to protect itself. That's where the concentration is. In other countries, there are some words that when they appear, they are flagged, okay, for genuine security reasons. Here, government always wants, whether he abused Tinubu or whether he's planning something, that's where the concentration is. And, of course, people who can influence, and they call it cyber stalking and so on and so forth. And, for example, one thing I always find amusing is where you label people and you think that using the word allegedly, yeah, you know, you do get a lot of that. A lot of people who think they want to be journalists overnight. What is going to happen is that with the advent of younger lawyers coming in, that you're going to have a lot more lawyers who will take cases on, not on pro bono, but it will be like we will share the proceeds of such things. Then people would. There was a time in America you could saunter into a doctor's consulting room and they could examine you and you go home. Every doctor in America now knows that if you want to examine a woman, you should have a nurse with you. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? Yeah. After they've been sued many times. A lot of doctors will soon start facing that here. A lot of doctors here, for example, will soon start facing the fact that you can't be commenting on a woman's body when you're examining her. A lot of that is even, madam, you look so good. Really? Yes, you can't. If you try that, if you try that in the developed world, is a problem. That means you are making harassment. Yes, but doctors say it here. You look so well kept. Yeah. If I open if I open up our phones now, women will tell you. Yes.
I've never seen such doctors.
Look, people go for mammographies. This mammography, somebody's gone for mammography. And you say you've had children.
I go abuse the doctor or wherever that person is. Or I won't even do it.
Anybody raising your own eyes, I will not say. But you do find a lot of so many, even some of the, especially with the younger people who are hirelings really, and are hired by people. I've seen some of them that I could have messed up completely for life. Maybe not even here. Because as a journalist, you have some extra protection. They don't know. You could make life, because some of it is based on threats.
You don't want to mess up anything.
No, I don't want to. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to explain these things. So you do find that social media. I'm one of those who is an advocate that social media has to be regulated in Nigeria.
I tend to disagree with you when you say that.
Well, you should ask me what do I mean by regulate.
What do you mean by that?
Regulate means that you need to give extremely stringent guidelines. It's not even in the case of government relations only. Destroying people's lives. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you know the number of lives of people that have been destroyed by people making this or that careless mistake, only God knows how many people have. In the UK, it was reported sometime last year that 3 young people committed suicide because they were being blackmailed on the social media. They were being harassed. We need to have guidelines. I'm not saying that control that you send, but you need to. People need to have laws that will guide them that you can't say this and you can't say that.
Okay, now that you said that, right, I'm going to draw your attention or remind you of what happened with Femi Falana SAN and his son and Very Dark Man.
I don't want to go.
No. I
don't want it on radio. I don't. No, Ellen.
Let me not
look for another example.
But people need to know their rights.
Yes.
And know that if somebody infringes on your rights on social media,
yes,
you can sue the person.
Yes.
And there've been a lot of people who have done it. You can't just wake up and start insulting something. They call it dragging.
Exactly.
They go drag you. Why you go drag me? What did I do you?
The reason why I said, and pardon my, one is, the thing is so messy that I don't want to be associated
with it.
But
people need to know that. I think there's something called, is it testing the law, the constitution? People need to know that when somebody offends you, you can actually sue them. And that's why a lot of people are getting away with murder on social media. When people start taking them up, they will know that you cannot just be harassing people on social media just because you have a phone.
It's part of why I said that government needs to regulate. For example, if they create special courts headed by a high court judge, special courts for things like this, and the justice is speedy, within 6 months you can get justice, everybody will sit up. A lot of our so-called bloggers don't know what they're doing.
They don't even know the law.
They don't know the law.
They don't understand
journalism.
They
don't understand. They just think
they don't understand that you have to be responsible even when you are sharing information, even when you have a platform, which is what social media does for everybody. You have a platform to disseminate information, but you can't just throw things out. I was watching someone yesterday who was talking about something in Europe, and the guy said, "Oh, I have some other content that YouTube will not allow me share."
Yes.
So for me, I was like, hey, now we are talking. So you need to know that there are content you shouldn't share.
Let me tell you how much it is. YouTube would always control. I can't share this program on my own YouTube channel because the station has a copyright to it. And once it won't last more than 10 minutes, they'll take it off. But we don't have such. That's why I say that we must regulate the social media here. It's taken as a free for all at the moment. For example, libeling people and saying that using the word allegedly and stuff like that. I think that has to be put to test. But by the way, the gentleman who we spoke about it, the gentleman who he was said in his country, what country is he from? Is it Mozambique?
Equatorial
Guinea, who had relationships with 400 women. The tapes that were seized from him have leaked. They're out. But to buttress what we are saying, one of the victims, one of the ladies are here, committed suicide.
That's so unfortunate.
Not too long ago, yes. Committed suicide.
That is so unfortunate.
This man was completely perverted. If the story is true, videoed everything that he did, with or without their knowledge. Another reason why our people need to be very, very careful. Yeah. I keep warning day and night during the moment, be very, very careful. Very, 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 very careful. Now cameras are 2 a penny. This beads on the could contain have a camera, anything. And therefore you need to be very, very careful. The boyfriend that you have, the girlfriend that you have, one just needs, and people are very, very desperate to get content because what I hear is that the money is good.
But then there are some content that I believe the platform owners should not allow to fly. Such
Nigerians have lost their conscience. It's all about money.
I don't understand some of the things I hear.
No, they have lost. Look, people will carry stories that would even affect children. Yes. It's all for money. It's just all built-in content and for the money and the rewards they hope they will get. There's a line that's been flashing. Can we pick that line? Yes, hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, welcome back, my brother.
Thank you.
Yes, I just want to buttress the point you made earlier. A black man admired a British lady. And after, looking her from head to toe, he said, "Oh, you have fantastic legs." If it had been here, the lady would say, "Oh, thank you." But the woman said, "You are embarrassing me." And when he repeated it, he was sued.
Yeah.
The man was sued. So there are comments you don't make over there, unlike here. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, sir. Very soon people will be making money off others.
Yeah.
In all honesty, what I don't know is if we have a judiciary that is ready to take on that role, because so far, I mean, a judiciary that that offers bail of 10 million to a minor. I don't want you to talk about that.
That's not on.
It's just not on at all. And the police itself, police that would keep a minor for 3 months before then even charging them. With an inspector general saying that that fainting they were doing was he said, was it allowed or whatever he said they were doing, fainting in court, when you could easily see that at the very least, a lot of those children were dehydrated.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, you say you don't want to talk about politics.
Because how could you?
No, it's true because
I don't want to talk about politics.
No, yes, because I because you had warned me.
Yeah, and I like, because you said we were going to talk about social media.
And I like keeping to agreements.
Yes.
But because I was going to say, what kind of I was very, very critical this morning. I'm sure even Sheriff was a bit surprised.
I heard you.
Yes. I was very surprised. Is the president going to say that he didn't know that for 3 months there was this issue going on?
But they've tried to make restitution now.
Well, it's not about restitution all the time.
Saying that they should,
we cannot be doing. We must let people pay for these things.
So who will pay for it?
This one, you can pay politically, but it's not for me to say how. It's not for me to say how. The leadership of this country is not up to scratch. That is the major problem, and we keep joking about it. We keep being polite about it. 1 year, whatever, is gone. We keep going down the ladder. There's very little for you to be proud of. Economically, we are nowhere. Look at the issue of petroleum.
And they've told us to wait till 2027.
2027.
That's what they've said now. And people like you are talking, so hopefully the government is listening. And I hope that
I don't think I'm not the only one talking. People have been talking.
That's why I said people like you.
Like me, yes. But I don't think I think what I think is that the current leadership of this country is embedded in their own agenda, which is different from that of the people.
Yeah, but you see, the thing here is the current level of suffering in Nigeria is unprecedented. So that means that change has to come. You can, as a government, you can bring out some policies and say, I stand by it. But there will come a time where the people will draw the line and say, Oga, if you are not careful, there may be no country to rule again. Like Rufai said.
To prevent them from drawing the line is what they're doing to these children.
I don't think so.
What they were doing to these children, to be honest with you, is deliberate.
And there's something you said
and it has backfired.
There's something you said this morning. There were some overzealous people.
Yes.
Either it was you or somewhere else I heard it. That there were some overzealous people who wanted to show that they were loyal, and it has backfired. I think it was somewhere else.
But the man would have seen it.
And it has backfired.
A good leader would have seen it.
Uncle Jimmy, you know you...
Okay, Ellen, is it possible... Do you believe within you that if you were leading this country, you wouldn't have known about this issue 3 months?
50-50. Sometimes people present wrong narratives to leaders. I'm not holding forth for the government.
Yes.
But sometimes people just present false narratives to you. Even in my own small office then, there were things that were happening that when I discovered, I couldn't believe that we know plenty now. How this kind of thing can happen? Where I don't know. So if I take it from my own experience, I'll say some of those things could have been presented in a completely different way. You heard that lawyer now, that lawyer on TV. You heard the lawyer saying that these are adults.
And I also heard the IG who had said that they were falling down deliberately to make a point.
Which is, again, without holding brief for the IG.
He didn't know.
They could be right, and this is why I don't like getting involved in political discussions, because it's sometimes like talking about love. When you talk to people who are in love, they know they hear anything again. Exactly. You can't even make them say, can you look at this thing? No. When that love don't enter, as I shock you now. They know they hear again. They shock them. So as you dey in love with me now, nothing where sheriff go tell you now.
See your eye.
Nothing where sheriff go tell you now. Nothing where sheriff go tell you now. You understand? So
we'll take a last call, please. Okay, let's take a last call.
We have to be careful.
Let's take a last call. Hello, good morning. We have 3 minutes, Abi Sheriff.
Good morning. Good morning, Mr.
Morning, quickly. Morning, yes.
Welcome back. My name is James. I'm calling from Ikeja. About this, you mentioned something about this government not having an agenda of its own. I do not believe that the man at the helm of affairs is working for us. I think he's working for certain individuals in the West. My reason is simple. Since Obasanjo's time, IMF and WHO has been saying that we should...
you mean the World Bank?
World Bank, sorry. And IMF as well. has been telling us that we need to devalue our money and we need to scrap subsidy. Obasanjo ignored them. Jonathan ignored them. Buhari ignored them. On the very first day of Tinubu's presidency, he gave it to them. Secondly, there is this, I think it was on the news.
Well, I'm sorry, I'll have to stop you because time.
All right.
I'm so sorry.
I understand.
I'm so sorry. If there's a way you can contact me later, I wouldn't mind inviting you to hear what you have to say because you're making a lot of sense. I got to go now. I have less than a minute. Thank you very much, Ellen, for being here. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much, Sheriff. Yes, and also for holding the fort in my absence. I'll be back again tomorrow, 9 o'clock. There'll be Diabumi. The stallion is coming. The stallion is coming. It's going to be very hot. Hot. I don't know. I don't hear some people say that something is not. Sorry, I hear all kinds of slangs. Anyway, I'll be back here tomorrow 9 o'clock. So we see that. Ellen, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thanks for the little gifts that you brought for me.
From Onome, not
to
me,
keep
really.
You said?
From Onome.
From Onome, our son. So I'll see you all tomorrow at 9. Bye.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Generate your electricity.
Do you know?
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.